Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I wanted to show you how to change your INI and use INI if you are playing on PlayStation or Xbox, so that way you have an equal playing ground to people on PC. Now you have to do it a little bit differently because you can't go straight up and edit your game files, so you have to do it in the game using the in-game console command section. So I'm going to show you that right now. Now, I'm using my Xbox controller. This is basically the same thing for those of you playing on PlayStation. You're just going to have to hit the corresponding key and kind of know what to do, but that's it. Now, if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and consider subbing to the channel because I'm close to 100K and that's been my dream all along. So anyways, what are we going to do? So you hit start, right? You've hit start. You open up this menu right here and you go to settings and you enable your console command. Now, once you do that, you'll see in the lower left part of my screen, I just have to hit like the options button or whatever it's called, and it'll open up my console command UI. Now, it will automatically save commands that you use in here so you can use them in the future, by the way, which is pretty freaking cool. But you're going to need a keyboard or use the in-game keyboard in order to enter it. So you just need to know what command you're trying to enter. So I've got grass enable 0 turned on. I'm going to go ahead and edit that and show you what that does, but it's going to remove all the grass, right? So every single time that you run a command, you have to do this exact same thing. So I'm going to use my keyboard and I'm going to type in the following things. So for example, R volumetric clouds, volumetric fog, we're going to set that to 0 and I'll hit enter. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing a few times over to change the different settings that I want to change. Now there's volumetric cloud. I'm going to type in volumetric cloud, 0. And you'll see that we're basically working on changing the things that are above us. Did I just type it in wrong? I think I may have just typed it in wrong. Let's see here. Volumetric. Oh yeah, I did. I typed. So benefit, right? I can go through to this and I can click X to edit it. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in volumetric cloud. There we go. Wow, I can't spell cloud 0. And you can see that turns off all of the cloud settings above us, right? So now we're going to keep doing that, and we're just going to keep adding commands because the more you have in there, we're going to go ahead and get rid of, like, we can edit that one to remove it or whatever you want. Volumetric fog, I set that to 0. Grass enable 0, it turns off your grass. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this one because I want to enter a new one, and we're going to add, let's see here, r dot shadow quality, I'm making sure I spell it right, quality, and then we're going to go ahead and put 0, and we're going to turn that off, and then we're going to go ahead and do this one more time, right? And you can see the point. So any command that you see that is a useful thing out of this, definitely pick and choose the ones you want. But these are really useful commands. Show instanced static. That's essentially going to change your settings a little bit more. Now you can start to see, this is the INI file that you're looking like when you actually see someone play on their PC, right? Because it looks a little more cartoony. You've basically doubled your FPS and you're enabled a lot of simplicity purposes. When it comes to your consoles, you can see that right now it's a little bit difficult to enter these commands because you have to do it one by one. But again, that benefit is as soon as I go to those console commands, they are already entered for me. So I just have to enter or click A or X, depending on which console you're using. And that will enable you to go through that exact command again, right? So I'm going to enter another one that can be really useful for you. And this is up to you. R.water. Single layer 0, and that's going to turn water off so you can see through water. And now you can start to see that we're essentially editing the INI file without going into the files directly, and it's just allowing us to add those console commands, and it's pretty useful. Now I'll give you one last one that's pretty good, and you can kind of figure some of these other ones out on your own, but this one is going to be r dot material quality level. We're going to set that to 0. Now that's going to basically make everything grayscale, but it highlights all other stuff. It increases your FPS even more. You can see it basically doubled it again. We're sitting at 90 without even touching our generic settings. And even though, yes, it does put it in grayscale, this is literally what people are using on official servers for PC in order to just get an advantage. You can see it highlights literally everything. So that is how you set your INI file for a console user. Pretty useful, right? And then the last one, let's say you're playing, I'll just do one more for you guys because it's useful to know some of these commands, right? So we're going to go ahead and type show instanced foliage. All right. Now you are essentially running a full INI file on console without doing anything with the actual uploading it into your file or your game user settings. You're just using the in-game console commands in order to run those, and you can always toggle them on and off, by the way, and I'll show you how to do that real quick as well. So where is my show instanced foliage? I just go ahead and click A on that to bring that back, and you just do the opposite if you want to bring it back. So if I want to do the water layer 0, I can put that up to 1. Just click edit, and we'll go ahead and backspace 1. And that'll bring everything back. 1 is going to be like your full setting and 0 is going to be your not full setting. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out in order to show you how to adjust your INI on console. And yeah, it should be something that you do use, because especially if you're going to be playing with PC players, you need to know how to edit that. So hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, teach.